It's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for
Craig and Ryland's Master Review Show. I'm Ryland, he's Craig.
Exactly what he said. Guys, welcome back to the review show. Thank you very much for once again choosing to spend your 5 o'clock on a Wednesday with us. We really appreciate it. We're having a look at 4 new items this week, including...
I think they're pretty good.
I think, to be honest, I don't think there's anything bad this week. It's a great lineup of tricks, a lot of which have flown under people's radar. The first one of which is a new item by Hansen Chen, and it's one of the best tricks I've seen this year. So let's start off with the first review. So the first review we have is Hansen Chen, and it is Siri X Pro.
Yeah.
You love this. You watched the download with this. You were fooled by this. You had no idea how this worked, did you? And I watched it and I was like, oh my gosh, that is absolutely amazing. If you don't know what it is, I don't want to call it a trick because really it's more than a trick. It comes with like 45 minutes of instruction on the main explanation video, but then also you've got access to a whole bunch of other explanation videos as well. And there's a lot you can do with this. The basic concept of it is you make a phone disappear from inside the case. And there are going to be comparisons to Drop Call by Illusionist, which I'm going to be talking about in a bit. But in the basic essence, you make a phone disappear inside the case. Now you get with this the case, the gimmick that you need to make it look like the phone is disappearing. You get other gimmicks so that you can do a visible vanish. I'll talk about that in a minute. You also get an omniphone, so you can actually have it, instead of disappear, change into a sort of a see-through phone, which is my preferred handling of it, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. You even get a cleaning kit to clean everything down when you first get it. Yeah, you get a cleaning kit. Like, you get absolutely everything. I mean, the amount of stuff they've put with this is just incredible, and the amount of thought that they've put with this. I'm going to do you a quick demonstration of the Omni phone sort of presentation, where the phone turns into sort of an Omni phone. That's the way that I'm probably going to use it, and I'll talk in a little bit about specifically how I'm going to use it. But for me, I think that's the way that it's going to work with me. So I'll do a quick performance of it, and then we'll talk about everything that you get with it and why it's such good value. Okay, right, I'm going to show you a trick with a phone. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to take my phone out of my case, and you've got to keep an eye on the case.
Okay.
You've got to keep an eye on the phone, okay?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to put the phone inside the case. You can hear it click in, yes?
Yeah.
Hold your hand out for me. And put your other hand on top like that, so I cannot get to the phone or the case. Okay. Now I'm going to make that phone disappear, and you will feel it go.
How?
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah? 1, 2, 3. Do you feel it going?
No.
Now, hang on. 1, 2, 3. Do you feel it going?
No, it's still the same way.
No, I actually said I made the phone go. See, if you look, there's no phone camera now. In fact, if you cup your hands together, the phone has turned into a crystal clear block. That is the phone, and that's the trick. Okay, so first of all, how good is that trick?
It's really good.
When that phone turns into that see-through block, it's like...
Incredible.
It's like, what? It's an incredible moment. And before we go on with the review, I'll tell you how I'm planning on doing this. I'm actually planning on doing this as an opening routine with a coin. So a little while ago on this channel, we reviewed those see-through coins. Do you remember the coins that become see-through? Yeah. I love the idea of walking up to a group, because you can do this mix and mingle, you don't need a table. I love the idea of walking up to a group and saying, hey, I'm going to show you a trick with a coin and with a phone. Do me a favour, can you hold on to this coin, and switching it for the see-through coin, and say, brilliant. Now, we're going to get back to the coin in a minute. I want you to watch. I'm going to take the phone, watch the phone, boom, do the see-through phone, and then say, God, so I understand how that became see-through, but look at the coin that you've been holding the whole time. And when they look at the coin, that's turned into a see-through coin as well. Yeah. I mean, you could really get silly and combine this with Omni Pen and Omni Deck, but I like the idea of that. I think that would make a really good opener, mix and mingle, and really establish credibility. You get with this a few gimmicks. So the first thing is, the main routine is just making the phone disappear. So basically, you show the phone, put it back inside the case, and the phone disappears. And that's really cool. You know, the moment when the phone disappears, great. You then get this, where you learn how to turn it into an omniphone, which is very similar handling. Yeah. But then you get these gimmicks. And what the gimmicks allow you to do is do a slow motion vanish. So in other words, you can take the phone, you can put it inside the case, and then when the phone's inside the case, you can show through the where the camera is. You can show that the phone's still there because they can see the camera lens.
Yeah.
And then you just shake it, and the camera lens disappears. And when the camera lens disappears, you turn it round and you show the whole phone's gone, or the whole phone's turned into a glass block.
Yeah.
Really great moments. I actually prefer doing it the way I showed you and not having that moment, but that's just personal preference. I can see a lot of people preferring that moment where they see it right up until the last second. I also really like, there's that trick with the business card, isn't there, where you show a business card, you put it in your pocket, you show the phone, and you shake the phone, and when you do, they look through the camera, and the camera turns into a business card, which is just super cool.
Yeah.
And it's disappeared from your pocket, and it's gone into the phone case, and the phone's disappeared. And then the other thing that I really like with it is there's this beautiful moment where you put the phone in the case and you can take like a Bic lighter and you can show where the camera is. And because of how the gimmick works with the slow motion vanish, you can make it look like the lighter is penetrating through the phone. And then when you pull it back out, you can make the lighter disappear, and then you can make the phone disappear. There are so many different options with this, and they've thought of everything, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like, you get these little stickers in the pack that you stick inside the gimmick so they look identical. So if you're doing it on social media, people won't be able to see the difference between before and afterwards. I'm trying to purposefully be vague. I mean, you tell me, what do you think of it? Have you got any questions about it? Because I performed it, not you.
Is it easy?
It is easy, yeah. I mean, literally, it's so much easier. I mean, we talked about dropped call earlier on. I mentioned both me and Ryland love dropped call. And I suppose there's going to be obvious comparisons between dropped call and Siri X Pro. I do like with dropped call, you have the light on the phone and they see the light and then they see the light vanish.
Yeah.
And then you know, that signifies that the thing's vanished. The advantage over this is there is nothing to ditch. With dropped call, you have something that's fairly sizable that you've got to vanish. Once the vanish is done, you give them the case, you have to ditch something or you have to steal something out the case. And it's not a problem. I've done that loads of times. But with this is a lot easier than drop call because there is nothing to take away from that case. Literally, when you show the phone and you put it in there, boom, you put it in there and you're done. It's vanished. There's nothing else to do. You lose the visual of the light being on the phone and the light disappearing. But you do, if you like that sort of thing, you have got that gimmick that allows you to see the camera light up until, you get to see the camera lens right up until the last second when it vanishes. Pros and cons. I like drop call. I actually think I prefer this a little bit, but I'm not going to stop doing drop call either. I'm gonna do both. But I think this is a lot easier than drop call because there's nothing to steal. So yeah, this is super easy, Ryland. Any other questions?
Well, I think you covered it.
Yeah, the one thing I will say, you also get a stage routine because the guys that originally created this have a routine for it on stage. It's like a pseudo pickpocketing trick where you put your phone into the spectator's pocket. And you put some money into the spectator's pocket or handbag or whatever as well, and it vanishes, and you show that you've got them in your pocket. Really nice pseudo pickpocketing moments. If you get booked for gigs where you're booked as a pickpocket and you only do a watch steal, and you're wanting to kind of make it look like you do more than you actually do, this is a perfect gimmick for that because you can literally show a phone, put it in the case, put it into the spectator's pocket or put it into the spectator's bag, and you can pretend to actually take the phone away from them without them realising it. There's a lot of options there. So that, and they presented this as a stage routine, and it would work really well on stage. So there's that to look into. It's just a really nice, well-presented kit. The download, the instructions are great. It's English subtitles dubbed over Hansen speaking, which is absolutely fine. It's very clear. They go through absolutely everything meticulously with a fine-tooth comb. Sometimes you watch tricks, don't you? And you look at the download and you're left confused as to, like, you know, what am I meant to do here? What am I meant to do here? This is crystal clear.
Yeah.
Absolutely crystal clear. I am 100% going to be doing this. I love the idea of...
to do it once I've learnt it.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not hard. You'll be able to do it almost straight away.
Yay.
It's very easy. I know you said you wanted your own one of these as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's very, very easy to do. It packs a huge punch. There's lots of different options available to you in terms of presentationally doing it. There's lots of different options open in terms of how it actually looks. You can do it as a transposition, as a vanish. You can incorporate it into a longer routine. You can do it as a pseudo pickpocketing routine. And it'll last a lifetime. It's really well made. I'm going to give this 100%. And I'm going to tell you right now, I know what else is coming up. I think this gets trick of the week. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Think about the other stuff. We haven't discussed this yet, but I think this gets trick of the week. Do you agree?
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Trick of the week, 100% from me. What are you giving it, right?
100.
100% as well. There you go. 100% from Ryland. 100%
Well,
from...
it's going to be trick of the week. It's going to be 100. And
105. 105 from Ryland, 100% from me. Trick of the week, absolutely brilliant.
absolutely brilliant.
Commercially great. Also something you can carry around. You can do it at a moment's notice. Yeah, love it. Highly recommended.
Yeah.
So next up is another Lego trick by Gustavo Raley.
Lego!
You loved the last Lego trick, didn't you, that
Yeah.
we reviewed, where you snapped and you had the guy from Lego Movie, what's his name? Emmett. And you flicked Emmett and he turned into Captain America and you picked the head. Yeah, he did. And we loved that. That was great. And I've done that in a couple of kids' shows and it gets a really great reaction. This is the second one in Gustavo Raley's Lego line. And it's another one that's absolute. I'll tell you right now.
I like the Lego house one.
This is absolute. Well, that wasn't Gustavo Raley. That was
Yeah,
proper.
I know, but I did like the Lego one.
This is absolutely perfect for a kid show. If you are a kids entertainer, this is absolutely incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's classic kids show type presentation in that it's kind of got that magician in trouble type scenario where you're showing them something, they think they know how it's done, and then you kind of kick them in the teeth and you show them that's not how it's done, but you end up with giving them a magical souvenir that they can keep, which is really cool. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but I think you should perform it, young man. What do you reckon?
Yeah, because it's Lego, I get to perform.
You get to perform because it's Lego.
Perform the house.
I'm sorry, but it was a review show special and you weren't on it. You're in bed. Yeah. So, but I am going to let you perform this one, okay?
Yeah.
So, Ryland's going to give you a performance of the trick and then we'll talk about what we think.
There's 3 things I like. I like Lego, superheroes, and magic. I got this from like an old Lego store. You can't get it anymore. Very rare item. I got the last one. Okay? Now, inside it was Captain America, which I thought was cool. And then I can do magic. So it's all 3 of my favourite things. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I can't get him in now. There we go. Now I want Mummy to say the magic words, which are Lego superhero.
What's say it now?
Yeah.
Lego superhero.
And it turns into Superman.
Okay.
You can do it again.
Right.
Not again.
Lego superhero.
And then it turns back into Captain America. Look, do it one more time.
Yeah.
Do it one more time. Say it.
Lego superhero.
And then it turns into Superman.
Yeah.
And do you know how it works?
Yeah, you're just turning it round, aren't you?
Yeah, turning it around just like that. No,
No, I mean turn it round the other way.
the other way.
No, like turn it properly round. Right round.
Properly round, right?
No. Oh my god. Turn it around so you can show the other side.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, see, you
I
cheat.
was cheating.
You were cheating, right?
Yeah. But look, do you want me to show you what I was doing?
Okay.
Look, say Lego superhero.
Lego superhero.
I was just turning it around like that.
I know
I think she figured that one out, to be perfectly honest,
Yeah, she
right?
probably did. So it turns into the other superhero. But I can
Right.
do real magic.
Okay.
I can do real magic. So say Lego superhero. That's that. It can do real magic.
Right, Lego superhero.
And it turns into the Flash.
Eh?
Okay.
Flash.
Okay, well, Captain America's inside.
And
And Superman's inside.
Yeah.
Well, all that's inside is a poster of them two. Just a poster of them two.
So there you go, guys. That was a really good performance, by the way. Yeah. That's what it is. Anyone who does kids shows will immediately see Ryland's presentation and know that that is a commercial trick for a kid show entertainer. It really is. It is. It's a very simple download. It's only a 7-minute download.
7 minutes.
It's dubbed. So you came up with your own presentation for this, didn't you? The whole thing. You don't get a presentation for it. He goes through a very brief thing, very, very brief, but you don't really get a proper presentation. But to be honest, if you've got any experience performing kid shows, this will write itself. The gimmicks are really well made. They'll last a lifetime, won't they?
Yeah.
It's very easy to do.
Like Captain America from the other one.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's the other thing that he talks about on the download. If you have the other Lego trick that Gustavo Raley bought out, you can actually incorporate the two of them together. So what you can do is you can have this in your case. You can have this and this in your case. You can do the first trick where Emmett turns into Captain America. And then at the end of that, you take the Captain America and you go, actually, let me go and get my envelope, and you come back like this. And you've switched that Captain America for this one. And now you go into the routine that you just showed. So you can actually routine them both together. Gustavo talks about that on the download.
Yeah.
The other thing is this that Ryland showed at the end. You get 5 or 6 of these. There's just a few more over there, aren't you? You get a few of these. And the whole idea behind this is that you can give them away. So at the end of the trick, if you're doing this for the birthday kid or somebody, you can give them away. I love this because, you know, I run a kids company, and the amount of times you get asked, oh, can you theme it to Lego? Please, can you theme it to Lego? But with this, you can easily theme a show to Lego because, yes, it's very easy to theme it to Lego. Now, you actually get 5 or 6 of these. And Gustavo talks about how you can photocopy more on a colour photocopier, or he actually gives you the PDF that you can print off. So you could go to a copy shop and print off like 100 of them. But he also gives you another version as a PDF as well. You also get a PDF of sort of the same thing, but the characters are bigger and it's in black and white. So you can have it in black and white, do exactly the same trick Ryland did, but at the end you can give them this as a colouring thing. And if you printed enough of them off, you could give everybody, you could give everybody one for a colouring thing, and they could all colour them in at the end of the party, which I thought was a really nice idea as well. The reset is almost instant. If you want to do it again, you just get another one of these, assuming you've given one away. Put this back in here, in that position like that, and you are reset, ready to go again. It literally packs small, plays big. This is all the space it's going to take up in your case, but it plays to a big room.
Basically nothing.
Nothing compared to a lot of the stuff I carry around, isn't it? And if you have the other one as well, the other one doesn't take up any space. So if you've got the two of them together, you've got an awesome trick. You've got like a 10-15 minute Lego act there. That is really nice because it's a modern hook. If you go into a kids party and say who likes Lego, I mean, come on, I bet all of your mates at school like Lego, right? Is there anybody? Leo might not like Lego, but he's got tons of Legos.
He's got like 1 million Lego sets, but he doesn't play them. But he did say I can play. He did say I can build them though.
Oh, there you go. Well, there you go. Perfect. So, unless you're Leo, you're going to love Lego. So,
but you've still got all those Legos.
So why is everyone buying Leo Lego if he doesn't like Lego?
He's got like 1,000 Lego sets in his bedroom.
But he doesn't play with any of them.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
That's weird. Okay, anyway, who cares? Right, so it's really good. It's packed small, plays big. It plays to a big audience. Perfect built-in hook. Very easy to do. Instant reset. There's nothing to not like. I'm going to give it 95%. If you're a kid show performer, I would think you'd be absolutely mad to not get this, especially as it's priced so reasonably.
I'm going to give it 97.
97% from Ryland, 95% from me. This is one of the best kid show tricks I've seen in a long time. Highly recommended. Okay, so the third review, we have something that's only just come out. The Magic Apple presents Ace's Front. Instructions by Jim Steinmeyer, and you actually get the original printed instructions in the box from the Magic of Alan Wakeling book, which is really cool. But you also get a 1-hour download with additional handling and routines by Robert Ramirez. So there's a lot to cover there. This has been in the Wakeling book for years and years and years and years and years, but somebody has just decided to bring it out. And this is, I tell you where I think this would work best. This would work best in a parlour show, in a small cabaret show, or virtually. Virtually, this would look brilliant. In fact, I've got a virtual show to do after the filming this, haven't we? I'm doing a virtual half-an-hour magic show. I might throw this in. I might do this, and we'll see how it goes. How's that sound?
Yeah, and the Lego one if it's a kid show.
Yeah, well, it's not kid. It's not a kid show.
Well,
no.
if it was,
it's not a kid show. I can't do the Lego one to a corporate client. No.
Do it.
Hi, my name's Craig from Slightly Unusual, Master Magician. Let me show you this trick with some Lego. No, I'm not doing that. Oh. Right, so what's this? Do it. Do it. Right. What's this? So this is called Aces Front, like I said, and what it is it's basically a hands-off location of the 4 aces using a wine glass. It's very elegant. It's very beautiful.
Very elegant.
I'm going to give you a performance of it first of all. I'm going to perform it for you so you can see what you think, and then when I've performed it for you, we'll talk about the pros and cons. Okay, Ryland, I have a few things here. The first thing I have is a glass. The second thing I have is a red silk handkerchief. And the final thing that I have is a training deck of cards. When you get into Magic, the first thing that you do is you get yourself a training deck of cards, tiny pack of cards, and then when you've learned how to do Magic with the tiny pack of cards, you upgrade to the bigger pack of cards. I'm using these miniature cards so you know that I don't cheat. You know I can't cheat with this, and you can see that they're all there. They're all different. Does that show up on camera, Sarah? Yeah. Does that show up on camera, Sarah?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. You can see they're all there. You can see they're all different. 52 cards, 52 possibilities. Now, the idea is really simple. I'm going to give the cards a bit of a mix-up, bit of a shuffle. It's very difficult to shuffle cards like this, to be honest, but that'll do.
Because they're mini.
Everything's harder. Yeah, it really is. So I'm going to pop the cards inside the glass, so there is absolutely no way that I can cheat or use sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Now, a magician's favourite card are the 4 aces.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the
Cards.
4... Yeah, well, I'm going to use the 4 aces, and we'll start with my favourite card. You know what my favourite card is, don't you?
Ace of diamonds.
Ace of diamonds. So I'm going to need a red card. That's a red card. Jack of diamonds. That'll work.
Diamonds.
So I'm going to watch. Watch and don't blink. If you want the ace of diamonds, you need to take the jack of diamonds, put it on the front, and just cover it up like this. You then say the magic words, abracadabra, snap your fingers, and when you pull that thing off, what happens is right there on the front, you have the ace of diamonds, which I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
But let's see if we can go one step further. Let's get rid of this ace of diamonds, and we'll see if we can go further. Watch. Do you see the jack of diamonds right there? Sarah, do you see the jack of diamonds?
Yep.
Watch the jack of diamonds. This time I won't cover it up. I'll literally just do that. And this time we got the next ace. Boom. That would be the ace of hearts right there. There it is. Now, I'll tell you what, we need to do the black aces, you need a black card. So let me get this black one here. That's a black card, isn't it, Sarah? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 7 of spades. So, because that's a spade, the next one's going to have to be a spade. So watch this.
Ace of spades.
Watch this. Do you see that 7 of spades there, Sarah?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. And there it is. That's the ace of spades magically appearing right there, which leaves us with the ace of clubs. That one would be the hardest one of the lot. But I'm going to do this one. I'm just going to literally take the cloth and throw it up and down in the air. And hopefully, if I get this just right, I can make it change right there so that the card at the front is now the ace of clubs. And I have found all 4 aces.
Cool.
Cheers. Okay, so you love this, don't you? The first time I showed it, you were like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And even your mum, who can be sceptical of magic sometimes, when she watched it for the first time, she was like, oh, where'd that ace come from? It's a really nice moment. Obviously, anybody who's been in magic for a while will know the technique that's been used to make the aces appear. But the way that it's all structured together and the way that it's actually all put together, it's really well constructed. It really is. There's no moves in there for the sake of moves. Literally, you show a packet of cards, you put it in the wine glass, and one by one, you make the 4 aces appear. It's a beautiful, elegant moment of magic. The reason it's best for parlour and it's best for a virtual show and it's not so good for close-up is because it is quite angly. Like, you were sitting by the side of me when I was doing this and you could see absolutely everything, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You really need to be from the front. And also, because it's a small pack of cards, it's not going to play to a massive audience. You want to kind of have more of an intimate audience, which is why...
Unless you get a bigger glass.
Well, you could get a bigger glass, and you could do that. Once you understand how this works, you could make the gimmicks fairly easily out of a regular sized pack of cards and out of a big wine glass.
You could buy double face.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to give away a trick, but you could buy the things.
You can buy the stuff that you need very easily, yeah. And
in big form.
In big form. You could even get a massive wine glass, look, because they do sell those big wine glasses, and do it with a jumbo deck, because there's no sleight of hand in place.
Jumbo deck.
You can do it with a jumbo pack of cards. It still look really
I've got
cool.
jumbo.
Yeah, I know you have. But we're not reviewing that. We're reviewing the mini version. Great for parlour. Great for a small cabaret show. Great for virtual. Very easy to do. I watched the download. You can learn it just from reading the instructions that come with it. But if you look at the download has some other ideas as well. So there's an idea with an elastic band using the same technique, but you wrap the elastic band around the deck. Robert Ramirez, who explains everything and goes through additional handlings, is an incredible teacher. He goes through everything in meticulous detail, but it's not too meticulous. It's not like it's long and drawn out and boring. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing to not like about this trick. It's the sort of thing that will work as long as you're aware it's not going to work in every environment. If you are a street magician, now, actually, you could maybe do it as a street magician. I don't know. It depends on your style. But if you're like a close-up performer and you only do mix and mingle, this probably isn't going to be for you. But if you saw the performance and you like it, then go for it. You know, it's as simple as that. It comes with the glass. It comes with the silk handkerchief. It comes with the mini pack of cards. It comes with all the gimmicks. It comes with extra stuff that you need to perform the additional handlings and the bonus handlings. Yeah, I'm going to give this 80%. Am I going to do it?
I think you should.
Maybe. I'm going to try it out in this virtual show. I think that I'm going to do after this.
And if it works, I think you should do it.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to give it a go.
If it doesn't, I think you come back and say 70.
Okay.
Because she's not good at it. Or 79.
Okay. I'm going to give it 80, but I'm going to do it in the show coming up. And
if it doesn't work,
there'll be a little extra on at the end of this video, yeah. But I do like it. I think it's really good. Right time, right place. I'm not going to be performing it all the time, but there's going to be that moment where I get to perform it, and I think it might even work for a kids show for older kids, you know, like that 10, 11 age range that's a little bit tricky. I think it would work quite well for them as well. What are you going to give it? 80% from me?
I'm going to give it 90.
90%? You really like it? I think you should do this on your YouTube channel. I think this would look really good on your YouTube channel. Yeah. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. 90% from Ryland, 80% from me. Let's have a look at the final review. Okay, so finally, the last review is the Anything Box by TCC, by Conan Lau and Royce Liu, I think. And this is basically their version of the classic draw box, but made for a sort of a close-up performer, and redesigned with magnets and a whole bunch of other stuff so that it's examinable.
What's cool is you can take it out.
You can, yeah. So, I mean, you've used these before, haven't you, in like a bigger show, and you can't, but with this you can. So you can show something in it, you can make it appear, and then you can, you can bring it out fully at that point, and they can see in this part, they can see in this part, which is really nice. It's very, very well made. There's only a 15-minute download with this. And they talk about the care for it, how to care for it, how to look after it. They talk about how it works. They go in detail about all the different parts and components. And then they offer 2 routines. And the 2 routines they offer are very basic. The first routine they offer is an invisible deck presentation, where you can show an invisible deck, go through the whole invisible deck routine, put the invisible deck back in, and then snap and make the deck appear and finish as in the normal invisible deck.
Disappear?
Well, yeah, you can make something disappear. I mean, we're using it to make things appear. But you can use it to make things disappear.
You've made your own thing.
I have, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to get you to perform the main routine in a second.
Yeah, I'll do the main routine.
They also do a nudist deck style presentation, which again is the same sort of thing, to be honest. Showing an invisible deck and then making it appear and showing it's blank and then eventually showing that it's printed. The routines that come with it are very basic. I think there's a lot more you could actually do with this. I think they've kind of half-arsed it a little bit when it comes to tutorials. They could have put some more effort into the tutorial. Yeah. Why don't you quickly perform just a deck appearance with it? Is that all right?
Yeah.
So you quickly perform a deck appearance with it, and then I'll talk about what I want to do with it. Okay?
Yeah. I've got this empty box here.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I've got this empty box, and I'm going to make playing cards appear.
You're going to make playing cards appear?
Yeah.
No way.
Abracadabra.
Go on, say it then.
Abracadabra.
Did it work?
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
Here's a pack of playing cards.
There's nothing there.
No, that's an invisible pack of.
Oh, it's an invisible pack of playing cards, is it? Right. Okay. Well, that's not a very good trick, right?
What do you mean you're not impressed?
I'm not impressed, dude. I'm sorry.
What do you mean you're not impressed?
I'm not impressed. It's an invisible. I'd be impressed if there was a real pack of cards in there.
Okay, I'll say this is how to make a rare deck from Magic Box.
Okay, go on then.
Playing cards come.
Playing cards come. Is that your magic words? No way.
Playing cards come. An Avengers pack of playing cards.
Nice. Very, very good. Okay, right. That was a great performance. Love that.
Yeah, but I think you should talk about yours because I think that's really good as well.
Yeah. So when I saw this, I thought, well, this is really cool. This is really, really cool. And there's a lot you can actually do with this. Immediately, one thing stuck out to me, which I think, at least in my opinion, is my favourite use for this. Now, I plan on doing this with $half. I haven't got any $half lying around. They're all at the office. So I'm going to use just old coins that we've got lying around. We've got a little pot with old coins and we're going to use that. But I like the idea of doing the slot machine coin routine using this box. Now, if you don't know what the slot machine coin routine is, it's lots of different people have had their own handlings. Michael Vincent has had a handling over the years. The version I use is from John Carney from Carnicopia. It's the whole idea of talking about a slot machine, and you've normally got a glass in front of you with some coins in, and you talk about putting coins into the machine and pulling the handle, and you lose and lose and lose, and then eventually you have to steal normally about 15 or 20 $half, and you have to silently move them from one hand to the other without anybody realizing it, palming them from one hand to the other, and then you produce all the coins that go into the glass at the end. There's lots of different ways. I actually, true story here, right? One of the times I competed in the Blackpool Magic Convention, I actually used that trick at the opening of my set. And I did the John Carney version, and I even had a joke. It was the worst joke ever. Anybody who's been to Blackpool in the old days will get the joke. It was not a very good joke. It got groaned from the audience. I did the slot machine presentation, and where you have to get a pen to pull the lever. Yeah. I actually got a magic wand, and I put the magic wand in here. But I actually said, you need a lever. This is my lever. I called it Derek. It was. You wouldn't get the joke at all, but it was not funny even if you did get it, to be honest. Anyway, the routine that I'm going to do with this is the slot routine presentation, but with no skill. I'm going to show it to you right now. You'll see exactly what I'm going to do with this, but I think this is absolutely the best way to go with this prop. Let me quickly show you this. Right, you ever seen those slot machines where you put money in the slot machine and you pull a lever, and if something comes up on the screen and it's the right thing, you get money, right?
Yeah.
You've played those in the past.
Yeah, and I won once, but I
didn't win much, did you?
I only won £2.
Yeah, I didn't win much at all, did you? No. I won big on one of these once. Would you like me to tell you the story?
Yeah.
It was when I was in Blackpool and I was at a gig, and it was a few hours into the gig, so I was walking around Blackpool, and I went down this little side street, and there was this dusty arcade, and for some reason I got drawn in. And when I went in there, all the arcade machines were really old, and there was one that looked a little bit like this. Obviously, this is kind of a scaled down image, but it looked a little bit like an old-fashioned drawer, yeah? Yeah. And I've got some coins in there. You can take them out yourself.
American $half.
Yeah, there's 3 American $half. Now, the reason I've put American $half in there is because I haven't got any English coins. But obviously, when this was in Blackpool, I was using English coins. You get it?
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I've got 3 coins. I've got some time to kill. I've got this arcade machine. I'll try and win. So I took the first coin, and I took my little lever, and I pulled the lever. And I was really excited because the first thing that came up was a strawberry, and the thing said you've got to get 3 strawberries to win. So I was like, well, this is a good start. It's a strawberry. Then I got an apple and a banana, and it ended up losing all my money, losing that coin. And I checked in the little drawer, because you do, don't you, just in case any coins came out, but no coins came out. Terrible. So I thought, well, don't worry about it. I've got another coin. I'll try again. So I took the second coin. I pulled the lever, and I was even more excited this time. Do you know why, right?
Why?
Because the first one that came up was a strawberry. The second one that came up was a strawberry.
Yay.
But then I got a banana. Lost all my money again. But you can pull the drawer out yourself. Pull the little knob. What's in there? Absolutely nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. So I took the last one. And I pulled the lever, and do you know what happened when I did that last one, Ryland?
What?
You're not going to believe it. I got a strawberry. Do you know what the last one was?
What?
Got a strawberry. I know. And you're probably thinking, well, what did that mean? Well, when I opened up that drawer, you can pull the lever yourself, Ryland, pull it. When I opened up, look at that. I ended up with lots and lots of money. And that is a true story. I'm sticking with it. I love it as well. I think it's the best use for this prop, because what this allows you to do, as well as making something appear and making something disappear, when the load chamber is full, you can still have something in this chamber. So you can bring out this box and open it and show there's 3 coins in there, have them reach in and take the coins out, and then you can go into the whole slot machine presentation, ditching the coins when you go and get the pen. And the nice thing is, as long as you hold the box like this, the spectator themselves can pull on the knob and take the drawer out. And then at the end, they can pull out the drawer completely and show that all the coins are in there. So it's a great one to do, mix and mingle, because you can walk over to somebody holding this box, say, hold your hand out for me. Great, I'm just going to put this, hold this here. I'm going to put this on your hand, blah, 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 blah. And they don't know how much this is meant to weigh. So even though there's a load of coins in there, it's not suspicious. And then you open it up, you get somebody else to take the coins out. You're doing the vanish. And then at the end, you pull this out and they can look at all of those coins. And as long as you don't tip those coins out, or you put them back in, you reset, ready to go again. You just put the individual coins back inside the box. That's why I love this so much.
You can make the coins disappear.
You can make the coins disappear, actually. Yeah, I've been playing with that.
Like you could say, I got the coins, but then when I was taking them home, I put them in my back pocket, and I didn't realise, but I had a hole in my back pocket, and they kept on falling out. and then I have this thing, where you have it, and then the coins will go.
That's it, yeah. Well, the other way that I've played around with this, right, is to actually put the 3 coins one at a time in the box, close the box and open it and show the coins have disappeared. Because you can actually do that. As long as when you put the coin in the box, you come back here like this, you can then come forward and you can actually make the coin disappear. I actually prefer making the coins disappear up here and showing the box empty each time than doing that. But, I mean, that's an option as well. But I think for me, I've always loved that plot. That's one of my favourite plots in Magic. And for me, this prop makes that plot basically self-working. And I think you could then do this anywhere. This would work in a parlour show. This would work mix and mingle. This would work on big tables. This would work in a kids show. Kids would love that. Talking about kids shows, you can make a bunch of sweets appear in there. You could have a handkerchief disappear and make a handkerchief. You know what?
A block of Lego.
You know what you could do?
What?
I'm trying to think if you could do a way of doing this, but you could open it up and you could have lots and lots of little Lego. You could have lots and lots of little Lego in there. And you could have like a little car in this section. So you could open it up in this section and show you've got lots of little Lego out. Tip that out, close this up and show it's empty. You could then get a devil's hank it all together, put the pieces of Lego into the devil's hank, get the kid to hold on to them, snap, show that the Lego's completely gone, and when they open us, it's back in here, but it's turned into like a car or something. That would be super cool. So there's a lot you can do with this. I mean, my creativity is running wild with this. I love this. I also think that if you had 2 of these boxes, you could do an insane transposition. Like you could put a folded up playing card in here, and it would appear in the other box over there. You could do so much stuff with this. I love this. I'm going to give this 100%. I think this is great. I think that you initially look at this and you think, well, it's just a drawer box. What can you do with this? But it's a very practical drawer box. There's no angles at all. If you wanted to, you could fit it into your pocket. But I've got no problem carrying a box around like this with me and just putting it on the table and just starting to perform. And if I use it, great. If I don't, no problem. But likewise, you do something like that coin routine I showed you. What an incredible opener to show skill. You open up the ring, you're probably wondering what this box is. Let me show you. There's some coins in here. Can you reach in and take the coins out? Great, I'll put the box there. Make sure I don't touch the box. I'm going to take the first coin, make it disappear. Blah, 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 whatever. You know, there's so much you can do with this. It's 100% from me. I love that. What about you?
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
What are you giving it?
95.
95%? Less than me?
No.
Wow, that
No.
barely happened. No? Get on with it.
103.
103. Your marking system is so random. So 103% from you, 100% from me. I love this. If it wasn't for the fact that the phone thing was so darn good, this would probably get the trick of the week. But as it is, I prefer Siri X. Do you prefer Siri X?
Yeah.
Everything's just really good this week, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know that when the weakest trick, I'd say, is the one with the playing cards in the glass. But even that is really good. And that's the weakest trick. And it's like it's a Wakeling trick. I mean, that tells you the quality of the tricks we got this week. Everything's really good. So, 100% from me, 103% from him.
And that's another review show in the back. And that's another review show in the back.
It is another review show in the back. Thanks very much for that, Ryan. Really appreciate you guys coming along. Say thanks, Ryan.
Thanks.
There you go. Man, a few words, this kid. Thank you very much for coming along, and let us know in the comments down below what you think. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate you checking out the show. We're going to be back again next Wednesday with another Craig and Ryland review show. We love reviewing products every single week, don't we?
We do.
And we love reading the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love reading the comments. So make sure that you are, make sure you come back next Wednesday. We'll do another review show. Also, don't forget, if you want to see him, his YouTube channel is The Kid Magician. Just search Ryland The Kid Magician and it'll come up. And if you want to check out more videos, I put 25 videos up a week on this channel. Tomorrow, we're going to have a Shorts at 2, a Magic Live at 6, and a Magic Stuff at 9 o'clock. So I'll see you then. Thanks very much for watching. My name's Craig.
My name's Raley.
We'll see you again next week. Take care. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.